Hello Internet and welcome to a very exciting episode of Automotive Carnage. Last episode you saw us get the Daihatsu Suron ready for sale. Today's episode I show you what replaces it. If you've read the title, if you've seen the thumbnail, you know it's coming. It's my dream ride, it's an S13! So before I get too carried away and end up painting this whole car before I even tell you about it, let's stop and tell you a story of how this came about. So I was planning on getting a Daihatsu Suron GTVI, which is the same as what we had previously, but with a 1.3 litre engine and 4 cylinders. While trying to find that car, I saw an ad on good old Facebook for this thing. S13 for $2,500. So I rang the guy up and said, what's the story, why you've got it? It's been sitting in the shed for about 4 years. And he just lost time and interest in getting it finished. So I said to him, well, I've got a fully road legal and reliable car, would you like to swap? Which he jumped at the opportunity. I mean, fully legal, reliable little car for a project. So, you know, I do things a bit backwards in that regards. The next town over from me is 120 kilometers away. So it was a long trip to go and get it, but I managed to borrow a car trailer off a friend. And when we got there, the guy had just finished up an 18th birthday party for his daughter. So he was stumbling out the door. So I wasn't going to put a camera in his face, so we didn't get too much filming on the actual pickup. There is a part here where we had to use a hand winch to get this thing onto a trailer, which made for a long journey, but we got there in the end and it got up on there nice and solid. And then this is pretty much what it looked like when I found it in the shed. So front fenders were off, lots of bits scattered everywhere. It was a real jigsaw puzzle. It's an S13, so I was over the moon to get it. Got it home, my brother-in-law who helped me load it up in the next town, helped me unload it, and we pretty much got straight away to fixing the engine. I was advised by the previous owner that the engine was not running, so we just started going through the diagnostics. Air, fuel, spark, what does it have and what doesn't it have? While trying to isolate the fuel, we ended up putting some Start You Bastard down the throat and the thing fired up beautifully. After that though, the starter motor started seizing up on the ring gear. So it would go to turn over and nothing would happen. It just didn't have enough juice in the starter motor to actually kick into life. Ended up pulling the starter motor out, testing it on the bench, and sure enough it was just grinding and chewing itself apart inside. So I got a new one on order. That's going to be here in about a week's time. So while we're waiting for that, I thought I'd get started on the bodywork. So we've already started sanding back and priming a lot of the panels, and at this point the main goal of this car is just to get it back on the road and legal again. So I'm not too worried about the swirls left from the previous panel and paint person. We just want to get a layer of primer on so it's all a solid colour and it covers all of the bulk. Alright, new day, new paint job. Last night we got the rear end assembled, so the bumper's on, and we just got the license plate holder to go in there now. Come down this side today, we've spray painted the door. That's now ready to go. What's left now is the bonnet needs to be painted, sanded and painted. Front end needs to go on. We got this fender all bolted, ready to go. The inner guard is all done. That door still needs to be painted. Fuel cap's in. So we're almost there, guys. Over here we have the front bumper cover, so that's all just finished painting that. Can mount that up and then the front end can start being assembled. So we're getting very close. We're still just waiting for a starter motor. Okay, so that is the front end fully assembled, and it's a bit bright at the moment, but you can see it's actually starting to look like an S13 now, and I'm absolutely over the moon. Now, I've got the driver's side headlight, that's only sitting there at the moment because the bracket, if we can get in there, the bracket here is actually broken. And so, what we've noticed though, playing with these lights for a little bit, is they're actually not wired properly. So currently, the light stalk is in the off position. Now, when we go to the Parkers, that turns off all the lights. Now the Parkers aren't working because there's no bulbs in there and I've got none spare at the moment, so we have to assume that they will work. Right, now when we turn it on to low beam, right, we have two lights on this side working, and now we've got no lights on this side working, whereas before we had it actually working on low beam. So that's interesting. Now if we go high beam, they all come on like they should do, and let's turn the lights off and they stay on. So this car did have an immobilizer in it, and I'll say when they've chopped that out, they've mucked up the wiring somehow. So that's going to take a little bit of sorting out to fix up. And one last thing, the car is fully turned off right now, and those headlights are still on. They're not meant to be on. So there you have it. In just under a week, we have the Silvia sanded, painted, and almost fully assembled. As I say, the paint's not perfect, but we just need the car road legal at this point, and at least it's all one solid colour. So all in all, about a day and a half worth of hard work there, spread out over a couple of days. I'm sorry the video's been a bit choppy and I'm all over the show, but I've just been so excited and just so keen to get this car going, I tend to forget to put up the camera. So join us next time where we continue work with the S13, and we'll probably jump on the inside and show you what's going on in there. Catch you next time.